get their kids to bed, or people that are cooking and meal planning for the week a little bit more time. I just got out of the shower too, so I look kind of crazy. But I've been kind of playing around with time. So if you guys can really quick, any coaches that you have in your downline, go ahead and reach out to them, tell them that we are starting our call now so that they can jump on. That will be great. And I just made this coffee. I feel like my Keurig all of a sudden is like a lot hotter because it's like scalding, like hot. Like normally it's not like that. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and start. And a couple of things I wanted to do was tell you guys thank you so much for all your cards and encouragement and everything that has been coming in the mail, or even like the little notes or messages that you guys have been sending me on the computer. It really means so much with everything that has been going on. And I didn't share a lot on Facebook what was going on, but basically, and I'm only going to spend like 1 minute on this, but basically last week, my sister, she was pretty much like that. I think it was last Tuesday or the Tuesday before. I don't know. I don't even know what day it is. Anyway, she pretty much was on the highest oxygen level, and the next step was to go on a ventilator. They pretty much she filled out a do not resuscitate form. They said that they didn't think the chemo was going to help her. They were going to do on Friday, and it was really bad. So I took off, went up there, super stressed out as usual, coaching, you know, having kids and everything. So I took off, I went up there, and I literally walked in the room when I saw her, and I was laughing at her. I was like, "You're fine, like I'm out of here," because she was like sitting up coloring. I was like teasing her because she was like doing really good that day. And long story short, when you have triple negative breast cancer, like pretty much targeted therapy and medicine does not work for you. If it comes back, and I hate to say it this way, when it comes back, even if it's like a pinprint, it's pretty much like certain death. And I hate to describe it that way, but a lot of people are like, oh, there's all this stuff out there and so many things that can help you. And there was, you know, she could be the first, but there wasn't one clinical case on record that like people pretty much come out of it. So super depressing. Hello. Yeah. And I was super upset and went up there and la la. So many things happened. I think I talked to Michelle. I think I told you a couple things that were going on. It was just craziness, like literally, like without putting her stuff out there, like absolute craziness. And then the breast cancer that came back, like triple negative means estrogen, progesterone, and HER2 negative receptor. So like if you throw chemo at it, it's like a magnet. Two negatives, it's going to repel it, but you need to attach it so it fights it. So the progesterone in her brain now is slightly positive, and the HER2 is slightly positive in her lungs. I know you're like, what am I even talking about? But what that means is some of the breast cancer that is like came back changed itself, like it mutated itself into a different kind that can kind of be good news, I guess, in a way, because, you know, the kind she had before was super rare. Now the kind that came back morphed itself into one that she didn't really have before. So now they can do more targeted therapy, meaning, you know, different drugs, immune therapy, and different things. So it's super, super crazy. The doctor, when we left there, was like, they literally, guys, come in there and like, I seriously am going to like write a book on like, hello, could you give me something positive before you tell me I'm going to kick the bucket kind of crap? Because at first, Michelle, I was explaining it to Michelle, and she was like, I can't believe they're saying that. And then they would say like, oh, this is kind of working, but you're still going to die, you know, kind of stuff. And you're just like, what? And like, I have to have my game face because I'm like the big sis, and I was sitting there, what the heck? And I would just like get up and walk out, and then I would come back. I would get up and walk out, and then I'd go comment on everybody's stuff, like in this windowsill. And then I would like come back. And then I was like, what the heck, you know, like what is wrong with these people? And then she's not on oxygen now. It was on the highest level where you literally need a ventilator. And they said that she was like a Christmas miracle. You know, I don't know how religious you guys are, but, you know, I typically, like, I know this sounds bad, like, don't really think that if a bunch of people pray, all of a sudden God's going to be like, hey, well, there's a lot of people, so I'm going to help her. But, it was kind of crazy, like what happened. Like, with the breathing stuff, like was really crazy what happened. So anyway, that was really awesome for her. She still has brain, lung, spine, and liver cancer, but she doesn't feel like she's drowning without being able to breathe when your mind is still there is absolutely terrible. So she was doing a little bit better. I haven't posted any recent pictures or anything of her in that group. She's like, don't put stuff anywhere. She's got this cute little round face and put on like 25 pounds in 3 weeks from all the steroids and everything. She looks like a little gizmo. She's like really cute, like little meatball baby. But she is trying, and she was doing okay. So I not like she was doing better. She's home, so I left. So now I'm back here. But we are going to get into the meat of the call. But there's a lot of things on this call that I want to go over because I always tell you guys not to overcomplicate things. And I realized when I was away that I overcomplicate things. And I didn't think that I did. And what I mean is that it is I don't even know the date. What is it, the 18th, 17th? My birthday's Friday, by the way. Might want to remember that. But my yeah, and I'm having a party Friday. We're going out to eat Friday. Dedra, I saw you are gonna come. Your hair looks awesome too. Dedra and I live in the same town, and it's called my Marie's birthday dinner. You're old AF. I'm like, thanks. Like my husband had my like phone, and I'm like, that's great. But anyway, what am I talking about? Oh yeah. So I realized that I like completely overcomplicate stuff because it's the 17th of the month. And I'm not saying this to be like, look at me, but I have Success Club 10 right now. And it's not because I think I'm good at it, but because I think I've been overcomplicating it and doing too many extra things that we're going to talk about after. But I just wanted to go over some weak leg volume really quick. Tim Ottaway, weak leg volume, you had 445. Heather Swindell coming in strong on the board with 180. Carrie Steelman-Smith, Second Business Center, 180. Michelle Katz with 482, Craig Smith, 339, Carrie Steelman's First Business Center at 320, myself with 1670. Right now, when I looked at the Success Club board for December, we have myself with, it says 8, but I have 10 because I just sold this lady, I say sold, changed a life with Shakeology. I sold it to her, I'll tell you that. I sold it hard. I was like, are you want to order it now? Like, you should get it now because it'll change your life by like January 1st. Like, I sold this woman hard. She bought it. So you're supposed to build a relationship. I get that. But I was like, she's like, hey, yeah. Like, I was interested in Shakeology. I'm like, I did like the old school, like what you shouldn't do when I think I was like overtired because I keep napping on the couch. And I was like, yeah, it's the healthiest meal of the day. Like, you could replace the meal and it's only $3 and something. Like, that never works. She's like, yeah, send me the link. I'll get it. And then I looked in there and she actually did it. That never happened. So I was like really excited about that. Katie Marie with 2, John Houston with 2, Bailey with 2, and Megan Gutenberg with 2. So our numbers are bad. You know, like, I don't mean to say it like that, but like, I think that, and I was thinking about this, because we're always like, what are your goals? And then like, where's our team going? And like, what are we doing? You know, I'm not saying our numbers are bad because we're working out, we're feeling better, we're empowering others, people are watching us. I get all that stuff. But you guys are working your butts off to not be on this board. Like, what's going on? You know, you're working your butts off not to be on this board. Now, Dedra is coming in strong, signing up half of Greenville this week, which was awesome because, you know, that was cool. Like, she has people that have been following her consistent. She's signed up, like I said, half of our state this week. I don't have, I think it was 2 or 3 coaches this week, which is awesome. And I'm sure those are people you've probably been talking to for a while. And all of my Success Club points were people that compounded from last month. These aren't really new people that I've been talking, besides that lady today, like, that bought that from me. It's kind of crazy. So definitely thinking about where we're going as a team is really important, and where you're going. So right now, while I'm going over stuff on your paper, if you're taking notes, I want you to, oh, and congratulations, Danielle Pacey, for being Coach of the Week. Yay, congratulations. I know you're not like, you're on Team Boom, but I still wanted to recognize you. So if you were to say that you were going to be diamond by May, what would that look like? Okay. Now, I was thinking about this, and I always, like, sometimes I do get catty. Like, I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I walk by my husband, I'm like, God, nobody's getting a diamond. Like, what the heck? I could build them to, I could build Heather Swindell to a diamond in January. You know, like, and I know that's because that's just me as a leader, and you guys probably think stuff in your head. I was like, I could build her to a diamond by January. I was like, and Michelle Katz, and we've talked about that, was like, when she first started, I was like, there's no reason why you shouldn't be diamond in 90 days. Okay. Now, I think that when people say it's all about points and it's all about rank, and then blah blah blah, they kill the coach, right? They kill the coach. But then we don't talk about it because then, ooh, it's safe over here, and we're just like helping people, and we're working out, and you can be successful in other ways, and we become frozen, and we tiptoe through the tulips. A year later, here we are, and our business looks the same as it did last year or the year before. Now, I know for myself, guys, my pipeline has to stay full all the time, because Lord knows when all this stuff's going on with my sister, and that's when it all happens. All this stuff's going on with my sister. I'm spending thousands of dollars flying back and forth to New York. Every time I open my email, it's full of coaches that are quitting. Not really coaches that are doing anything, but I still have a bunch of people. So I'm getting all this stuff coming in. I'm like, what the heck, you know? But I do keep my pipeline full, meaning I'm always adding in new people and growing and doing all that stuff. So I think that it's important to have a realistic goal. If we say, oh, diamond by May, but what would that look like? Now, if you were to shoot for a goal of Success Club 10, okay, that would be 5 challenge packs in a month, Success Club 10. Okay, and I'm going to talk about some key things without overcomplicating that you would do to get to Success Club 10. Every month when I get Success Club 10, okay, so that's 5 people. One of those 5 always goes ghost on me, and like I'll have a meeting with them, we'll go over it, I'll put them in the group, and then they're gone. Okay, or they cancel their Shakeology and they ignore me. Okay, then I always have one person that insist on paying full price for Shakeology and never doing it for the discount. I have probably about 30 of those people that Beachbody gave me as customer leads over the years that won't even return my email, that insist on paying full price, okay? But let's just look at these 5. Now, if I converted in January, if I got Success Club 10 and I had 5 people and I converted 4 of them into a discount, and in the next month, February, I got Success Club 10, say I lose somebody, that would be 4 on each side, right? Now, Dedra, you have your mom or sister, I can't remember who it is, which you could easily, so that would be January, February, March, you would get Success Club 10, and a couple of those people you convert to coaches, you put 2 under your mom, and then we would, you know, put 2 under whoever's on the other side. You're a diamond, okay? Success Club 10 would diamond you in 30 or 90 days. Now, when I look at you guys like on here right now, and I think about like Megan, for example, Megan is very good at this. Okay. Now, maybe I'm speculating, Megan, but like Megan can, you know, do a couple days a week, probably 1 or 2. I don't know, because you've got to be really busy because you have kids, a restaurant, and you're a full-time teacher. So you got to, whatever you're doing to get on the board between 2 and 6 points a month, you've got to be doing it a couple days. You've got to be like, because you get up and you run every morning, and you do that. Now, what if you took what you were doing a step further, and maybe, you know, you ran, or maybe when you write your post before you go to bed, you could write about how, you know, how it's hard for you to get up and run, but you have the accountability of your friends, and you feel like maybe the Shakeology is making you stronger, making you feel better. during these winter months. And if you developed it maybe a little bit more and maybe started some new conversations, I'm sure that you would beat a diamond fast within 90 days. Because even like Jamie, Jamie and Heather, and we've talked about this before, you guys do every single thing that I do, and I honestly believe this, 10 times better than I do it. I feel like, Heather, we're just missing that hairy, scary part, that like, oh God, like I've got to like talk to people. But as far as the working out and meal planning, nobody works out like you guys do. Maybe you guys do. I don't. I know I don't. I haven't worked out in a week. Well, I went to yoga and stuff, and I try, but I just really, or I'll do like 10 minutes of a workout because I just couldn't. Like we were going to bed, and I never have excuses about working out, but I literally was going to bed at midnight and getting up at 4 a.m. And then I would get up every like 30 minutes to go like check my sister to see like if she was like okay. So I was exhausted. But what would that look like? So having those, doing the rules for success, okay, would be posting on your wall every single day. But don't be you ever see that movie Stepford Wives where everybody looks the same? Okay, and we talked about that, Danielle. And even my husband was like, oh, Danielle, because my husband's like the ultimate like Beachbody coach, but he doesn't, like, he's a watcher. He's like, wow, she's really developing. He's like, she's gonna go far as long as she doesn't quit. Like it was so funny, like you said that, because like he noticed how you're like your shift, like you change, like your shift is changed because you don't do everything exactly the same that we're seeing everybody doing, and the same thing for you, Michelle. So posting on your wall every day, but attracting your audience, using that attraction marketing to attract your audience. Okay, so don't be a Beachbody clone. Do not be a Beachbody clone. So talking about different things on your wall. Dedra, you do really good at that with your talks. Guys, keep doing that. But you're kind of like, if you're talking to the same people and you're not adding new people into your network, you're spinning your wheels. You need to add at least 20 to 30 new friends a day. And we've talked about this before. Adding in those new people every day, it takes 10 seconds. It takes 10 seconds. And you may not have mutual friends with people, I get that, but over time you will. I've been in this Classy Kids Child Development Center one that is a child development center here. They'll post a photo and like 2,000 people will like it. And literally I have more than 10 mutual friends of like all of those people. It takes me it literally takes 3 minutes to do that. So I would post on my wall once a day when I was gone over the past 2 weeks. I would add in 20 to 30 new friends. And then I would invite 30. So if I say invite 30, that can seem super overwhelming, okay? Now, see this piece of paper with all these names on it? These are all the people that have liked or seen my stories over the past couple of days, but I have not invited them, but I wrote all their names down. But I haven't done anything with it, but I wrote them down, okay? So, and I know we've gone over this a million times, but I think that, including myself, we're overcomplicating it. Now, Megan, I saw that you had something on your story. There was one photo. Even when you're making your shake, put it on there. Like maybe you're in the car with your kids and you guys are singing a Christmas carol. You could put that on your Facebook story. You could do it if you're like I saw like Caroline Nathan was like, open up a can of tuna, like whatever it is. And then like when I was in the grocery store, I picked up that vegetable. What was it? Like superfood in my cup, Landon's tree, Isabella's little tree, the little tree in my room, my Christmas tree is done, Landon eating pizza with his best friend. I was in the meditation room this morning. It's yoga. Here's my Shakeology, Sunday fun day. I'm telling a story about how I'm cold in my bedroom. Had 76 like people saw that. Like it was dumb. Okay. So then I wrote all of those people down because it's going to disappear in 24 hours. Now, your Facebook stories are people that are actually interested in what you're doing. Your Facebook wall, you're not going to get as much likes. But these people are so I wrote all their names down. Okay? And then I wrote down all the names of anybody that liked my stuff on my Facebook wall. And if you're on Instagram, it's the same thing. I get overwhelmed because I work Facebook really hard. I've got Instagram, but I don't know, maybe I need like an assistant to work my Instagram because I have a lot of followers. I get overwhelmed because then I'm like, who did I invite on Facebook? If they're the same people on Instagram, then they have different names, and then I'm like, who's who? Or I'll invite you on Instagram. They'll be like, hey, girl, I just talked to you last week. You invited me on Facebook, you know? And they're like Crystal Myers over here on Facebook, but they're like fit, hip chick girl on Instagram. It's the same person. I'm like, I'm so confused. So I just like, I do it the old-fashioned granny way. And then I do 30 invites a day, but it's easy. 30 invites, guys, is so easy. Like, it literally takes 10 minutes. Talking to them is a whole different story. 30 invites. What are we saying when we're inviting? This is mine, and I'll read it to you. And I'm gonna go around because I want to know what your invite is. So better get scared. Okay. So this is mine. Happy Sunday, beautiful. And it's like a little snowman emoji. I know this is random, but I would love to invite you to my next holiday challenge. You won't feel deprived during the holidays, and it's super fun. Would you like the deets? It's going to be a blast. Okay? Now, all I've done is the 30 people that I'm going to do before I go to bed. I'm going to go to this girl is, well, that's Jennifer Price. I'm obviously not going to invite her. I needed to thank her for my card, which I did. So, let's see, Melissa Ballard. Like, I'll go to her wall. She's probably got a Christmas picture of, oh, super cute picture of your kids, you know? And I just write that on her wall, and then I send that to her. You know, and I get it. Like, people are like, oh, you got to build it. Like, I'm building a relationship first, and I'm doing all that. But sometimes I think Jamie liked that. Sometimes that's really hard to do and super exhausting to get high numbers. Like, if you look at Ashley Feldenstein right now, she has 18 Success Club points, and her boyfriend has 8. That means that she has 20, I don't know, whatever 18 plus 8 is, 26 Success Club points. There's no way that you're supposed to build relationships with people, but I'm also running a lot of numbers at the same time. Does that make sense? Like, I'm talking to people, but these people, so then I'm gonna invite those 30 people before I go to bed. Now, out of those 30 people, 5 of them are gonna say, yeah, girl, send me the deets. Now we're over to a different part. So what are you guys, like, do you have something in your clipboard that you are inviting them to a challenge? Like, what are you saying? And Dedra, I know you probably have one. You want to unmute yourself and tell us what yours is? Because mine's not even that good. Like, it's working. So I'm sure yours is probably better.
I have plenty. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So it all depends on who I'm talking to. Like, if the person keeps on liking my stuff and I'm pretty familiar with them, then I say, like, hey lady, how are you doing? I absolutely love seeing that sweet baby. Like,
Yeah.
they may have a baby picture, and I say, you know, it totally seems random, but I just wanted to reach out to you to see if you wanted to join my next fitness challenge group. Getting a list ready now for December group, and I thought maybe you might love it. It's a simple group full of ladies talking about fitness, nutrition, goals. Yeah.
Okay, good. It's good. It's a little long.
I have plenty,
No,
but it all depends on who I'm talking to.
So the part about, start over again. Say it again. I'm gonna tell you where to stop it. Because I used to send really long ones and nobody said anything, and then I was in this group with them. So say it again and I'll tell you where to stop it.
Okay, so hey lady, how are you? I absolutely love seeing pictures of that sweet baby. He is so dang cute. Anyway, I know this seems totally random, but I just wanted to reach out to you to see if you wanted to join my next fitness challenge group. Should I stop right there?
If you'd like to join my, if I was to open up a spot for you, would you like the details? And then the rest, and then that's enough.
Okay.
Okay. So Megan, what's yours?
I have a couple different ones too. It depends on the same type of thing. On Instagram, I have a lot of people that follow me that are runners, so I try to incorporate that. I have one that just says, I don't know if it's your kind of thing, but I'm doing an online wellness challenge that you can do at home using home workouts. And I always incorporate running as well. I do it with a bunch of friends. We can keep each other accountable, and it's really fun. And would you be interested in hearing about it?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I've been using lately.
Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. I would do the online motivation part, but I would take out the home workouts, because if somebody doesn't know what you're doing, they're gonna automatically say, I don't work out at home.
Okay.
Just for a suggestion. Heather, do you have one handy?
Yeah, it's just like, hey girl, you know, happy whatever day of the week it is, and hope you're doing well. And you know, I've got a fitness challenge coming up in the new year, and we're gonna be focusing on eating clean and stuff, and would love to have you join because I love your energy on your page. Have a great day. Thanks.
Nice.
So, and I'll change it up depending on, you know, like what Megan and Dedra said, you know, depending on how frequently they're liking or we've talked or whatever, you know, just add in other things.
Yeah, definitely. Then too, I would also say, like, I'm getting to where I'm close to 5,000 friends, and I have a lot of people that I invite and they never respond, and I'm starting to delete people. If it's been like a couple years and they're not like responsive, and you're gonna get those people too that are like totally not interested. And then I just kind of like say, okay, but if I send them the details and then they say they're not interested, I'm like, well, what doesn't interest you? And then they usually block me. But I like that, to say, like, I'm not interested. I'm like, well, what doesn't interest you? But okay, so now when somebody says, yeah, send me the details, what do you do next, Danielle? If somebody says, yeah, Danielle, you're so motivating, shoot me over the details, what do you do next?
I don't give them details right away. I want to know their goals. I want to know what they want to work on. I want to get to know them first before I give them details.
Right.
So kind of ask them about their goals first.
Right. And I think that one of the biggest things is when I incorporate objections into asking them what their goals are, that has really saved me time this month. So, for example, if I say, yeah, hey, Michelle, like, yeah, so what are your goals, fitness goals for the new year? I know for me, it's been super crazy being a mom, finding time to work out. I never have time for me. Definitely belong to so many gyms that are, you know, I never go to. And this is why this worked for me, helping me reach my fitness goals. And I'm like, well, then how about you? Because they're going to say time, money, and all of those things. And I've got one girl, I've got people all the time now that say, oh, well, I'm just so busy. Like, I get up at 7. Like, I don't care what anybody says. If you're getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning and you're going to bed at 10 o'clock at night, and you're like literally like really working that long, like, you need to have a coach life. Because if you're working 20-hour days, and you, like, you know, that's ridiculous. Like, that's a long day to work. When people say it, like, people typically aren't really that busy. They're just not that interested or that committed. And you can like when you're talking to people, I feel like I sometimes, I know it probably turned people off, but I say, oh yeah, girl, like, everybody's busy, you know, sounds like my life. And the second I say that, it shuts it down. Because, like, this one girl was like, oh, well, you don't even know, girl. I go to work at 7 in the morning. By the time I get home, I'm so tired. And I say, oh, I know, me too. Your life sounds just like mine. And that's why this works for me. Because they're going to try to shut you down. And then if you can help them see that how they can incorporate this into their busy schedule, that is what's going to help you seal the deal. Because if I'm talking to you and Dedra, you're telling me one more thing that I need to do on top of what I'm already doing, it's going to be a no 100% of the time. What are my needs and how can you help me? And then I always tell people, like, so what did you like about the information once I send it over? And then they're like, oh, it was good, but I don't know. And I tell them flat out, I can promise you that I won't fail you. I can promise you that. You know, like, sell yourself. Unless you're going to fail them. You know, like, are you gonna show up? You guys, there is so many people, like so many coaches that have customers on this team that don't even show up in the run to the New Year groups every day. They do not show up in there for their coaches. They sell a bag of Shakeology, even people on our team, I'll just flat out say it, and you never see them in there. I've got coaches quit. I had one coach quit, and 3 of her people were active Shakeology customers, which thank you, because now if they quit, it passes to me. And those people are just in there floundering, you know? So showing up every day in those groups is super, super important. And then pretty much, you know, then you send them the information. Now comes the hard part, because you send them the information and now they're gone, right? So look at what you're sending again. Is it really long? Nobody has time to read really long things. I have my little video I made. I tell them talking to somebody online is super weird, you know. If you would like to chat, I can give you a call. If you don't want to do that, here's the details. What's holding you back? I say. Because typically if it's a no, it's like they don't. And I say, you know, I'm not just trying to get you to do this program. Anybody can do a program. Anybody can join a gym. But working with our team is what gives you the slight edge. I promise you, my group won't fail you if you're committed. For me, it was scary when I first joined. I was like, this is super expensive. This is not going to work for me. My cousin was a coach. I've tried this before, blah, blah, blah. Try to get inside their head of what they're thinking. At the same time, you're posting things on your wall, like Danielle did something I saw somewhere about fear. Don't let fear, you know, control you. What's holding you back? Do you look at me and say, because people are looking at you that what you're doing is too hard and they're too busy and they could never do it. If you show up every day and you are killing it at 5 a.m., the first thing I'm going to say to you is, do I have to get up at 5 a.m.? Because I'm already too tired. I can't do that, you know? So if you're doing that to yourself every day, I would try not to do that every day. I used to do that every day. I still do my workout accountability that I worked out, but I show a picture that I worked out, but then I tell a story. As opposed to, I got up, I worked out, you know, I drank my shake, I'm winning at life, blah, blah, blah. Because that's just going to piss people off after a while. And then they're going to say, that's cool, you're inspiring, but I can't do that. So try to talk about the hard stuff too. And we've talked about that before.
Can I just ask a quick question? Do you think it's okay to do like on my story?
Yes.
Like I always do that, my Energize and then like my workout, but just not on.
Yeah, that 5:30 when you're doing your Energize, I see that. That's awesome.
Okay.
That's perfect. So I put pictures of my Shakeology bag. I talk about Shakeology. All of that stuff's on my story, Facebook story, Instagram story. The attraction marketing part is on my storefront, which is my wall. You should be putting at least, this is just from today's stories, people that I've generated, you should be putting at least 10 clips on your Facebook story a day. Do 5 in the morning, 5 at lunch, like 5, well, that's probably too many for starting out. 10 a day, like 3 in the morning, 3 at lunch, and 3 in the afternoon. So before you go to bed, and you know, it erases itself, you write them down, because the new coaches that are killing it, they're killing it from the Instagram and Facebook stories. I'll go back and I'll look at like Ashley Feldenstein. She's a coach that's on our team, and her and I are kind of not, I don't want to say neck and neck, but I always watch somebody that's running hard and then I compare my numbers to them to see if they're outworking me. And she posts probably once a day on her regular Facebook wall. And then I'll go and I'll follow her through different things on social media. And it's all the Facebook stories and the Instagram stories. You could record like Snapchat, you know, funny thing on there. You could do when you're making your shake. It doesn't have to be hard. You could be, oh my God, I'm walking in the car. It's so cold. Or, you know, like, is it cold where you are? Yes or no? You know, little things like that. And I would do those stories because that's where you're going to find the meat of your people. Okay, so we did 90 Day to Diamond. What does that look like? reading your books. I am such an ADHD reader. I like literally am reading 4 books right now. It's terrible. I have 3 audiobooks I'm listening to, and then I bought this this one because I wanted to move on to personal development. You Do You, how to be who you are and use what you've got to get what you want. Okay. Focus on your strengths. Focus on your strengths. What are your strengths? What are you good at? I'm not good at writing out really long posts. I can't even write a stable paragraph. Okay. So I go live all of the time. Those are my strengths. Those are your strengths, Danielle. Okay. Focus on your strengths. What you do well. Okay. And I love this in this book because it's a no fucks given guide, like how to not give an F about stuff. People don't want to buy a challenge pack from you. People want to judge you. People right now, Danielle, might judge you that you're coach of the week, but you're not really on Fit Crew Boom Empire coaches. Who the fuck cares, right? Excuse my language. You know, who cares? You know, don't let all that stuff that weights us down. And sorry, I cuss if you have kids in the living room. Don't let all that stuff weight you down. People say they're going to buy a challenge pack from you and don't. So what? And really, and be careful. Don't be passive aggressive like that I am sometimes. Because I deleted this one chick because she said she was going to order from me, and then she came back and was like, "I see we're no longer friends, but I went in there and I was going to go ahead and get a challenge pack from you. But then my friend Crystal came over and I bought one from her because I was passive aggressive and deleted her. You know, that was like 6 months ago. So just make sure that you don't not care too much. Like, just this book's really good if you need a book to read. And everything that I do is for my posts, and I write the ideas down. So my live for this week is all stuff from this book, because I don't just like make up stuff out of my head, you know. I wish I was that kind of coach that could do that, but you know, this one, you know, they teach you in life like do's and don'ts and rules for life. This part in this book's cool because it says don't be selfish, do be a team player, and like all these things, like the golden rules that people tell you in life. And then it's talking about like how you should be selfish sometimes, and sometimes it's not always good to, you know, be a team player, which is kind of bad, but if you really read these chapters it makes sense. So these are some of my lives that I'm going to talk about. The social contract is what I'm going to call it. And there's 10 steps. And I'm not copying it, but I'm using this for my lives. That's the attraction marketing that's gonna pull people in. Okay. So when you're reading, and I know Dedra, you read a lot of personal development. I can tell from your post in the way that you're going live. I'm not going to call out any coaches. It's none of you guys that are on here. But I know the coaches that aren't, because those are the ones that are sending me the messages like, oh my God, I just got to quit because this girl said she was going to like buy something from me and she didn't. And then clearly you didn't read the compound effect. Clearly you know that when you're in network marketing, you're going to have peaks and valleys. Okay. But if you're in the valley and you haven't had any wins yet, does anybody feel honestly like you're really working hard at this business and you're really not getting anywhere? Like you're legitly inviting, following up every day, posting on your wall, and you are not getting anywhere. Does anybody really like legitly feel like that? Like if you can honestly say that you're super consistent. Can you guys hear me okay? Yeah. Because if you do feel like that, I would go look back over your scripts and things like that. But if you're really consistent reading your personal development and cut the fluff, adding, inviting, following up, and reaching out to people, you should definitely get there. This last quarter, guys, is the hardest quarter in Beachbody. The last 3 months are. Are you guys developing a list of people that want to join you in the new year? Yeah. Everybody should have a list if you're really inviting and following up for the new year. Right now, I think, how many people do you guys have? At least 3 people that want to join you in the new year? They're like, hey, get back with me in the new year. Because I would also, when you're talking to people, if they're not ready right now, then maybe I can reinvite you again in the new year. So how many new conversations do you have a day, Danielle? Are you starting new like inviting people and starting new conversations with at least 5 people a day?
At least 5. Yeah, at least 5 a day.
At least 5. Do they just go ghost on you, or like?
Yeah, they'll go ghost, and then like I'll give it like a couple of weeks, and then I'll kind of follow up with them. But some of them don't respond, some of them do say, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry," but yes, they do go ghost.
So do you send them the information and then they are completely gone? Then do you go to their Facebook wall and comment a little bit, or have you tried leaving voicemails to them?
I
Like,
have,
hey, I
yeah,
don't want to be a pest. I wanted to follow up with you. What's holding you back? What are your concerns? Things
I've
like
never
that.
done the voicemail in regards to that. I've done the voicemail with the inviting, and when I add new people, I do the voicemail. I haven't done the voicemail for the follow up.
Yeah, I would try doing that because your social media is really good. So for me, following you, I don't understand why you're not on the Success Club board. So I'm just trying to figure it out because what you're doing from the outside is really good. So it's got to be the unsexy, boring, hairy, scary. I'm going to sit here for 3 hours and talk to people and follow up with them. And if they don't respond, I'm going to find 10 more people before I go to bed.
Well, literally, as soon as you like posted that thing about Coach of the Week for me, this girl said, "Do I need to have Beachbody on Demand to do these? I always wanted to do these workouts, just don't have the extra money."
Okay. So what would be a good response to that? You have all those money objections in the scripts. So I would say, I don't have the extra money. I didn't have the extra money either, and ask her why she always wanted to do them. Why? Make it personal. What do you like about them? Like, what could you maybe change? Maybe she could do I don't do free, but I did when I started. I would get everybody on that 30-day free trial, and I would show up every day in my private group, and I would work out with every single person. And I built, let's go backwards. I built the foundation doing that, which was exhausting, but maybe commit to 3 months of doing that. Give them the free trial. I know Dedra did that. And that's how she got like a big following. I'm not saying I don't really do free right now. I just think that I got I'm so overwhelmed with running this group and stuff, and then I get my 10 points, and then I convert, I fill in, I train people, and then I go. So I'm in a different place in my business. But I would say, I understand the holidays with the extra money. How about we get you set up on the free account right now? Something like that,
Okay.
But it's going to take a couple of those people on a free to have one person commit to it, because you don't want to put all your eggs in that one girl's basket and then she doesn't buy anything from you anyway. Because that's the reality of it. So looking at, before we get off, let's see. Oh, it's 9:16. Before we get off, it's going to just one more minute. You guys have been thinking about your 2018 goals and where you want to take your business. Like, really think about that and what it's going to look like. January, February, March, April is the time where you should be able to, and out of those are the 4 months where you should be able to get Success Club 10 the easiest and build yourself to a diamond by Summit, because Summit is going to be here. When is Summit? June, July, June? It's in June. January, February, March, April, May, June. You have 6 months. So you have 3 coaches in January, 3 coaches in February, 3 coaches in March. You fill in the 2. You already have a couple coaches. I give you a coach if I have to. Your butt should be diamond by the time you hit Summit. Because those people, and then you have runners, you're going to have the next 6 months then to duplicate what you did, get them to diamond and get yourself to 2-star. Once you get to 2-star, you, instead of cycling guys at $14, for an emerald cycle, diamond is 18. So say Dedra's new coach, the Shakeology. I make 18 off of her new coach's Shakeology, 18 when it hits Dedra, 18 when it hits my second business center, and then it hits my first. So the person that's on Home Direct Shakeology that's under her, I make $54 off of it. Okay? Because I've got my husband in there. So if you take him out of the equation, well, no, yeah. Three times, hold on, sorry. See, look, like if I can do this, anyone can do this, right? So yeah, so 18 times 3, and if you don't have your husband or significant other in the equation, it would be 18 more, so 54. So once you can get yourself to diamond and then duplicate, and I would help you do that with 2 more, then that's how you're going to make money in this business. That residual income is really going to grow. Because I only have, guys, in my first business center, I have 12 coaches on my right and 12 coaches on my left. That's all I have. But Carrie Steelman has a couple hundred coaches. But I'm saying downline wise. I have about 300 in my downline, but PS, personally sponsored is what I'm saying. And then you got Michelle Katz and Vicky, who's now a diamond, and all you guys coming off this other side. So it's not a one person kind of show. So if you can really commit yourself and you want to run with me and get yourself to diamond, you can do it. Like, who honestly thinks when you break it down that you could totally get to diamond if you got success of? Yeah. You guys want to go to Summit in June, not as a diamond? Oh my gosh. Like how, do you know how, I know it sounds stupid, but how awesome would that be to show up there as a diamond coach? You want to show up as an emerald again? No way. I told my husband, I was like, I am not going to Summit this year as a 3-star. Even for myself, hello, Marie Ottaway, you're not a 5-star elite coach by now. What the frick are you doing? But it's not me. I've got to get you guys to diamond, and we can walk as a bunch of diamonds together. How cool would that be? Let's all walk the stage together. It's not cool when you're walking by yourself. It sucks. Plus, I don't even get to sit with you guys. I'm over here by myself, and then I end up getting drunk because I had too much wine, and then by the time I find you, it's 11 o'clock at night, and I'm like, where did all the fun go? And here I'm drunk again, alone. So it would be nice to do it with you guys, Lord, so get your butts to diamond, right? And guess what, guys? I don't have my Summit ticket. I realized that the other day. I thought that I had one because I thought I bought one at Summit, and I didn't. And I sent them an email, and they said that I never did. But I thought that I did. So I have to buy a Summit ticket tomorrow. I don't have one. So if you don't have one, make sure you get one at least by the end of January, or if you're waiting on tax season. Because if those bad boys sell out, you're not going to have one. And then also roommates, we need to start working on that, but that's a whole nother call. So what questions do you guys have before we jump off?
I'm just stuck with finding the right people as far as building the team.
Mm-hmm.
And it's I'm talking and talking and talking. And now when people want details, I don't even send details. It's hey, let's set up a call, then we can talk. And I virtually talk to them we're talking now. I took that other part, sending them details out, because first of all,
that's true, Dedra, because I actually did kind of take that out too. Because a lot of my, Monica, that new coach I signed up, I never sent her the details. We did a video Facebook chat. Yeah, I would even take that out, Danielle and Heather, Megan. If they can Facebook chat you, say, you know what, if I just send you details, it's going to look like I'm another, mom online selling something. So let's chat. And another thing too, Dedra, that I do is people would rather give you their credit card information, which is super stupid to do, than to go in and order it themselves. The last 3 people that I've signed up, I have called them over the phone and I put the order in for them, because the odds of them doing it are not going to happen. So, I mean, I'm like people will screenshot their visa and send it to me. I'm like, seriously? Hello? Like, good thing I'm not like crazy. But yeah, even because if that's not working for you and you're sending all these details, it's not working. So get on the phone with them. Because if you sent me the details, Dedra, I probably wouldn't sign up. But if I talk to you, I would sign up 100% of the time. Okay. I would like to take a little picture, and we're gonna make Heather post it on our walls and tag us and write up a little thing about how she's so excited about the new year and our awesome team, and then how we are a great bunch of coaches. And then you can tag us so we all have something cool on our wall, because that would be awesome. And I have this Target bag in my belly. I've broken like 3 iPhones. Okay. Okay. Who's in the dark? That's Megan. Okay. Everyone smile. Got it. Oh my gosh, Megan, look how dark you are. Let's do it again. Oh, there you are. Now I can see you. Got it. Oh, wait. Thanks for showing up, Kat. Smile. Everyone smile. Okay. Awesome. So Heather, I'll send that to you, and then you can make a little post and tag us in it. All right, guys. Well, I hope everybody has a good week. We will not see each other until the new year. So let's finish this month out hard. Igwe's helping at least one person this month, and then non-negotiable. I know it's a really big goal, between 6 and 10 points, January, February, March, April, because we'll be able to convert you to a diamond by March, because I'm not going to Summit with a bunch of, you are not going to Summit as an emerald. Say it out loud. I am not going to Summit as an emerald. Emerald was cool last year, huh, Dedra? We were like, ooh, I'm an emerald. She's got her necklace on. She walked around proud. I will not go to the party if I'm a 3-star diamond. I'm gonna tell you that. I am not going. How embarrassing. You guys better get to work. Bye, guys. Michelle Katz is gonna be 1 star. Hey, Michelle, did you just see what I was talking about? And then it was just
I did. I'm sorry, I had to jump off, but I could hear most of it, actually.
Mm-hmm. But it's okay. You already knew what I was going over. But did you, Valerie's sister?
Yeah, she has to buy something for her this week.
But she's on Home Director now.
She's not on Home Direct. She got her a refresh last time.
Okay. So her, and then is that the only one? And
no.
Noria?
Well, there's Payshawn, but Payshawn actually is on Home Direct, but I'm going to have to pay her back for it again. Actually, is she on Home Direct? Actually, I have to double check that. She might not.
Who are the ones that you can't control? Just Valerie's sister?
So I think, yes. Yeah, I think everyone else. Here, I can double check really quickly, but I think at least for this week, everyone else is good. I'm still so confused with this new site.
I still go to the old one, but it's gonna take. They're gonna.
No, but I just mean the new. I don't even mean the new coach office. I mean the whole website.
Yeah, I'm like, how do I even get to I try to do the my cart for this girl that just bought shakes from me, but there isn't a packet option.
There's not?
The 24 packets in the my cart. Mm-mm.
I have no idea. Okay, so Valerie, okay, just really quick. Okay, yeah, so it's her sister. And then, so under her sister, right, so Mary Beth, Valerie is also controlling, but she's active right now, so she's good. Payshawn is me. I mean, I'm just paying for it, and Valerie's getting paid for it. Sicily. Okay, actually.
No, because
Sorry.
there's an extra one. There's an extra one on one side. There was like
An extra active coach?
4 and 5.
Really?
I think so.
That are active this month?
Well, what I'm talking, what's who's under your mom that's messed up?
Nuria, as usual.